What's up? This is Square2448 with a Farming Simulator 17 video, and today we'll be doing one of the toughest towing challenges yet between the Dodge 3500, the Chevy 3500, the Ford F450, and a Dodge 3500 short bed dually. So all of these are dualies and they all are diesel, and it's going to be one tough challenge because we'll be going through one really windy, steep climbing hill at pretty realistic speeds, and we have a PJ trailer 40-foot long here, full of tanks here, full of water, all strapped down, as you guys can see. So I mean, there is a lot of weight, and the trucks are definitely maxed out, as you guys can see. I mean, this Dodge, you guys can see the back is a little bit lower, the front is a little bit higher. So we'll be going, and then we'll be coming back here to the gas station to switch loads. So I think we'll start off with the Dodge since it is already attached. So we'll hop in this and we'll get started with this, and I thought that this would be a pretty epic video to do, kind of comparing trucks, and I will be looking into getting us a GMC for the next towing one. So if you guys do have any other cool towing challenges, let me know down below in the comments. But we'll pull out here, and as you guys can see, as we do go forward, the front of this truck does go up in there, and some of these trucks are based differently in farming sims, so it might not reflect like the real world trucks. But we'll kind of get started here, and I mean, this is one nice looking truck, and this, like I was saying, is one maxed out load, bringing us one of the toughest towing challenges yet. So once we pass this bridge, the kind of challenge definitely does start going up a pretty steep hill for a pretty long period of time, and then we'll be testing out the brakes going down another hill. So we'll be doing a lot of different testings and a lot of cool things like that. And all of these trucks will be linked down below in the description so you guys can check them out, and I do appreciate all of your support on the daily content because these are a lot of fun making, and I will definitely make more. So look, you guys can see that hill is pretty steep, and I mean, this truck is doing pretty well. We aren't really having any problems, and I'm at full throttle right now, and full throttle I feel like would be doing a little bit better, but the tires are almost scraping the wheel wells, which isn't always the best thing. So looks like we are now kind of behind one, and I think we'll kind of come to almost a complete stop, and then yeah, I think we'll come to a complete stop here. We'll do this with all of them. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like you guys can see it has a pretty decent launch, but pretty tough challenge today. Wow, very challenging, especially with the load of this, and that's a lot. I mean, pretty large tanks full of water, and we definitely do like to max out all of these. So once we go down this hill, we'll be kind of switching over, and we'll be testing it out on the other ones. Now going downhill, we'll be testing to see how the brakes go. And let me know down below in the comments, guys, which vehicle do you guys think won this challenge? So going down the hill, there's really no major problems. I feel like though if you do slam on the brakes or have a sharp turn, this might kind of go because there's just way too much weight. And I mean, I am definitely on the gas trying to go down this hill, which is a little interesting. But take a look at that. I mean, we are still doing that. So awesome. We made it down the hill pretty safely. Overall, this towed it pretty well. So we'll kind of go back to the gas station and hook up to the next one. Up next, we'll be using the Chevy 3500 dually here, which I do have attached. And as you guys can see, the truck is slanting just a little, and it is actually pretty high compared to the other one. So we'll see how this does. We'll hop in this and we'll start this up, and as we kind of go, you guys can see the front of this truck does go up in the air, and that just shows that this trailer is pretty heavy for almost all of these trucks here. So we'll pull out and we'll see how this does. And I mean, I think these towing challenges, we do probably a lot more of these. So if you guys have any ideas for any towing challenges, let me know down below in the comments, and you guys will be determining which one will be winning by letting me know down below. So we'll see how this one does. And so far, this Duramax just has a lot of power, and the front, you guys can see, just kind of goes up in the air just a little, but this has power, which is perfect, and that's also good for just being an overall work truck. So now we'll kind of go full throttle up to almost the same point, and we'll see how we do. So right now this is full throttle, pretty good speeds. We're not really decreasing our speeds, but you can hear the Duramax is strong at work, kind of making it up the hill. and I believe it is this one right here. So we'll kind of stop at the bottom of the hill and do like a 0 to 60 kind of. Let's see, look at that. We're a little slow start compared to the Dodge, but we are gaining speed, which is good. Wow, very challenging going up this section of the hill, and then we'll be testing out how it goes down the hill. Well, it looks like it kind of just hit something there, and I'm not exactly sure what we kind of got caught up on back there, but this truck is doing a great job, and I think that towing challenges are pretty cool. We do kind of test out how these perform, the different types of brands and everything in the game. Now, braking wise, this takes a long time to brake, and I actually kind of like how this section of this Goldcrest Valley map, the in-game map, kind of has a pretty large hill and then a pretty large slope going down. So going down this hill, I am kind of on the brake, as you guys can see the brake lights, and this truck performed pretty well. So we'll kind of switch over to the F450. Alright, let's hop in the 2017 F450 Power Stroke Dually. Now this is one nice looking truck, and it is the only 2017 model out of all of these, and the other ones are 2016, so it's not that large of a difference between the years of these trucks. So we'll attach, and hopefully this does, yep. And as you guys can see, I mean, this is just pretty heavy, and look at that. So I mean, it is sitting pretty well close. Hopefully we do have enough clearance, and this truck seems like it's not really having much trouble with this. So we'll kind of make sure traffic is clear, which it is, and we'll pull out here. And like I was saying, let's see how this 2017 model does against the others. And so far, it seems like it's doing okay compared to the other ones. It does have a lot of power and torque, but braking definitely does take a little bit longer. Now, like I was saying, this trailer is loaded to all the truck's capacities, and I mean, that's just a lot of water kind of moving around for a truck like these, but the Power Stroke is slowing down just a little, and once we get to that spot, we'll kind of see how this one does. The Chevy was a little bit less powerful kind of going up the hill, and we'll also kind of put some distance in between that vehicle also. So I think let's double check. Awesome, so we'll kind of step on the gas, pretty slow acceleration compared to the Chevy actually, but this thing is climbing pretty well. We are, I think, gaining speed going up this hill, which is pretty good, and I mean, this just has a lot of torque, because without the torque, it would take us a little while to get up this hill. But I think if you guys would like to see more towing challenges, we'll definitely be doing a lot more. I find these very interesting to kind of see how each truck brand kind of performs. And I do apologize for any lag. I'm not sure exactly what's with that, but let's see. Braking, you guys can see the tires actually slide a little. That's just how much weight is on the back of this truck and on this 40-foot PJ just sliding down this hill. Pretty steep section of the hill right here, and usually kind of this is the place where you would kind of have the trailer kind of go out on you if you were going a little too fast. But we'll switch over there to Dodge because this thing performed pretty well. The final truck of the day, which we will be putting to the challenge, is another Ram 3500. Now this one has a short bed. It is a little bit higher off the ground, and I think that this might perform better than the other Dodge. So let's hop in this and see how this one does. Now as you guys can see, it is slanted a little bit up, and as you kind of get on the gas, the front of the truck does go up in the air and then kind of goes back down. So we'll pull out here and see how this one does. Now, the tires, you guys can see, do deform a little when there is a lot of weight on this truck. But so far, this just has a lot of power and it wants to go very fast, which is good because you do need trucks that can haul but also get to good speeds. So I think that this one will probably do better, like I was saying, than the other Dodge, just because I feel like this one has more power and probably a little bit different, since that one was a long bed and probably different axle and drive shaft and everything like that. So I think once we get to this section of the hill, we'll kind of go up it once we kind of see if this can kind of do a good launch, if you would say. So we'll come to a stop here, and the brakes on this truck are really good. We'll wait for the traffic, and it looks like that's good there. So it's going to go on it, and that actually kind of takes off pretty well. Decent speeds right there. And I mean, this thing just kind of wants to go up the hill, and we are just continuing gaining speed and everything like that. So I think this one is probably one of the best trucks that we are taking a look at today. But like I was saying, guys, a lot of the factors in Farm Sim and mods do kind of are different than the real life, and different modders do different settings for these trucks. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's toughest towing challenge. So let me know which one won the challenge today. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more.